these waste products.
So let's take a step outside of simply training and being inside the gym that causes overtraining. What are some other, like, let's say, lifestyle factors that could influence overtraining or provide a greater, potential of being overtrained?
That's a very good question. And you know what? A lot of people would think about, okay, you know what? Yeah, sleep is definitely one of them. I'm going to tell you some stuff that most people don't even think about. Maybe you've heard of it. Maybe some people out there have already heard of it, or maybe you're already thinking about it right now. The biggest factor, I would say, is two things. First, you have the use of electronic devices at nighttime.
Okay, so we might be into a rabbit hole here. So everybody, get your tin cans out. Let's.
Yeah. So what I'm talking about is using your tablets,
Your cell
or your
phones and
cell
stuff like
phones,
that.
or your computers, or
Yeah.
even watching the newer TVs, for example.
Yeah. Anything that shoots out certain frequencies.
Yeah,
okay.
they're shooting
Even Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi will actually affect it too. Yeah,
Okay.
you would try to tell people to turn off their Wi-Fi.
What about Bluetooth? I've heard Bluetooth is
Bluetooth, same thing.
Same thing, okay.
But getting back to these electronic
Electronics,
devices, like with screens on them, they emit a blue light, and with that blue light, the frequency actually affects the pineal gland, which basically
Yes.
releases melatonin. Melatonin is, quote, but the stuff that dreams are made of. You can't, when you get into REM sleep, you're basically releasing a large amounts of melatonin,
Yeah.
basically. So using the computer at nighttime and these things will definitely affect the quality of release, and also making sure. I think most people don't do this, and even before electronics came about, making sure the room is really dark.
Yeah.
And the temperature is, around, 60, I guess 65 or something around that temperature. So you're not too hot, you're not too cold. You want it actually a little bit cool, actually, because once you put the blanket on and stuff like that, you want it too cold, because then you'll, put more blankets on, you might overheat.
Yeah. It's interesting when you describe that blue light. Actually, Apple, at least from what I'm aware of, recently gave out this new option where you can basically time your screen to change it from like this blue emitting light to this more yellowish kind of hue.
Wow. Okay, that's good.
And
That's
what's
thinking.
what's your thoughts on? Do you think the best option is literally just put your goddamn phone away?
Well, yeah. I mean, this is
That would be the ideal option, right?
because it depends what you're watching. I mean, you're watching porn, or you're watching you're watching like people getting killed, right?
Yeah.
In some movie or something like that, or the worst is actually watching news. News tends to get your brain going, and so you want to be able to shut down. You want to be able, after like 9 o'clock. You gotta start thinking about, okay, how am I going to shut myself down here?
Okay,
Right?
so kind of slowly bring the mind from an active state into
turn off the cell phone, turn
Yeah.
off the TV, turn off the tablet,
Yeah.
turn off the Wi-Fi if you can. Prepare yourself just how you would. I would basically say, use sleep as a workout. That is your you want to warm up for your sleep.
Yeah.
You can warm up for your workout the same way.
And treat sleep as a workout, because that's where your recovery and your actual muscle gain and
that is the biggest natural hormone release you're
Growth
going to
hormone
get.
release, yeah.
Growth hormone release.
Yeah.
You're going to get
besides Jimmy down the street who's giving you some trend.
exactly
Or whatever,
besides Jimmy there.
Yeah.
Or I think was it Brad last week?
I don't know. They keep changing their names.
They keep changing
run
their
away
names.
from the cops.
That's
and the
right.
DA.
So sleep is definitely a big thing. The other thing I would limit myself now.